Welcome back to another episode of my Create series Mod Pack. In today's episode, we are going to be working on our house, hopefully getting to storage, which we didn't end up getting to last episode, and maybe we will start on our infinite lava pool. There's a few things that I need to address. First off, I planted some bamboo off camera, and I went and found some sugarcane and planted that as well off camera. I also started getting a little bit of the framework in for my base. This is just white concrete, and I just thought it would be helpful to get a grand scale idea. I think it's going to be pretty good. I do think that this is going to have to come up a lot higher, though, maybe like to here. The roof, maybe. I'm not exactly sure, but we will see once we get into it. For now, we have a bunch of white concrete, and we have the white concrete powder. So let's get this washed. Now that we've got all of our white concrete washed, you can see right here we have, wow, not all of it, but we have 1,726 white concrete. That'll definitely be enough to get us going. I also went around and found all of my builder's wands. So I'm going to go in order of durability. So we have 5 left on this. And that's dead. The builder's wand is a relatively new mod for me, so it's going to take a little bit of learning. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, let's do this in a montage. It'll be a first person for the most part because I don't have the replay mod, but let's do this in a montage. This is what I've got so far. I started adding some details to it just to get a better idea of how it's going to look. This building is supposed to be based off of the original U.S. Capitol building and my own style added to it as well. This wall, I think, is going to look really nice when it's done. But we are going to take a short little break from doing this. This is the interior so far. We're going to take a short little break from doing this, and we're actually going to start on getting our infinite lava source so that I can get a better source of fuel for my jetpack, because I am almost out of fuel, and I would rather have more fuel and then get this building done right now, rather than use all of my coal as fuel. So I think we're going to start this right over here. And now this is going to have to be a pretty big building that we're gonna have to make here. And if I do some math real quick, I'm gonna need to make this a hole that is 14 wide, 25 deep, and 30 long. Now let's see if I actually made the platform here that we're standing on tall enough to make this the dimensions that we're going to need. So we're at -41 right now. So if I run over here and come down here, and we can come down here to a piece of bedrock and see -59. Okay, so that's only 18. So that will not be big enough, actually. So what we're going to have to do is change our math a little bit. What we could do instead of having it be on one wall is we could have it be in the corner and have it be, it could be from this chunk here all the way over here. And it would take up 3 whole chunks. If I go into free cam, it would take up this chunk, and this chunk. And that would have to be all the way down to bedrock. So we could do that, which I think that's what we're going to do. So if I put this here with that there, it does make a big old mess, but I think that will be perfect. If I turn my chunk borders back on and go into free cam, that is exactly what we need right there. And I did already go ahead and place a piece of, where to go? A piece of obsidian here where I want the edge of my wall to be. So that will be good. So now let's just put a lever down. Make sure it's on lock rotate, right? It is on lock rotate. And we actually make sure we have our wrench out, because that wouldn't be good if we didn't. And we send it off. So I did go a little further than I wanted to because I ran out of dirt as my bridge. So that means I'm going to have to get more dirt in there, but that is okay. We can always fix that later. So if I take this and, do I have any dirt on me? I do. If I take this and go, oh, that is right there. And then boom, boom. And then we want to be right there. If I place that here, if I place my rail down, that there, lock rotate, and then place that there. Okay. So now, again, let's double check to make sure this is exactly where we want it to be. F3 and G. And then, yes, that is exactly where we want it to be. So I will go grab another piece of obsidian and get it placed in, and then we will start. Place this down, make sure it's lock rotate. Okay. And send it off. Now the basis of our hole is dug out. This just has to be down to bedrock. Oh no, it took my mega torch. Okay. I'm gonna have to fix that. Alright. This isn't good. Get out! Stop. Let me... I don't know how to get my mega torch out. I guess I will come over... Oh, man. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it for now. The fun part now is I need to go down. So realistically, if I just do the same thing, then it shouldn't be that hard. Well, I made a boo-boo, and it isn't... Ah, man, that's not good. Okay, I think I'm gonna change up this whole thing a little bit, tear this all down, and make a different mining contraption, and then put it all back together, maybe? Maybe? We'll see. My plan now is to just connect these all with super glue, and then get the rope pulley, bring some power from over here to here, and connect it to the rope pulley, and then just send it downwards. That's going to be the easiest way. And then once we have this all dug out, we can rebuild this mining contraption if we want. So I'm going to get the rest of these, or at least as many of these as I can put in, and we'll go from there. I've got everything glued together. I got the all I did was I took off of this gearbox here, ran shafts along into another gearbox, and then ran more shafts, a vertical gearbox into shafts, into a vertical gearbox, into my rope pulley. I glued it all together, put on some storage for the blocks that it mines, and now let's see what it does, which actually it's not doing anything. So, rid of this, put that there, and let's see what it does. There it goes. Now that is a crazy sight. Ooh, that's wild. Let's bring her back up. All the way up she comes. Oh, that's a little higher than I thought it was going to be. So let's just build a little staircase. And first, let's see what we got. 18 diamonds? Is that all? Okay. Okay, I am glad I put this much storage on it. Holy cramoly. Now I have to take... Yeah, so there we are, down to bedrock. So now I have to take these and move them over here. The mining machine has been modified. I just took the ones from over here and moved them over here. Now, and I added more storage because that filled up really quickly. So now let's take this, get rid of that, put that there, and watch it go. How did that one make you feel? That one kind of made me feel a little weird. Let me know. But now we have this all the way down to bedrock, all the way through. And this should be, once it's filled up to like here-ish, or we can go a little higher if we need to. This should be the height we need to make it. And this should be 10,000 10,000 source blocks. So let me get this bad mamma jamba back up here. Bring her right on up. Let's see what we got. Oh, man. Got a little visitor, too. See what we got. No, nothing. I think that's the same stuff from earlier. Nothing. A little bit and not much. Okay. Well, I'm going to get this cleaned up out of here, put back up, and we will get started on the lava. In case you guys are wondering, this is what my mining machine looks like in item form. 8 stacks of mechanical drills. That's crazy. We got everything taken care of and back in my pocket, and we're just going to deal with this a little later. But for now, I think what we need is actually that hose pulley as well. We'll need a hose pulley, we will need a pump, we will need lava, and we will also need... I think that's it. The hole is now completely filled in, ready to go. I did fill up my jetpack because I needed it to get out of the hole, actually. So, let's come up here, and it's raining. That's lovely. Anyways, let's come up here, and let's get started. So what we're going to need to do is we are going to need to put the hose pulley down with mechanical pump, and we're going to need our fluid tank. So what I'm going to do is I am going to... do I have any rails on me? I don't. All right, now that I have my rails, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my fluid tanks down. I'm going to place this here. Place that there. Lock the rotation. Put a lever down. Pick it back up, and then boom. Okay, so as you can see, we have a whole lot of lava that we filled up already. Originally taken out from this area here. This was full all the way up to here. As you can see right here. That's the level that it was at. So now we want to take the hose pulley, and we need to put... whoops. We need to put it... we're just gonna put it like right there. Get rid of these. And then the hose pulley can go there. This needs to be turned around. After a few trips back and forth, I think I finally have everything I need. All I did was I put my fluid pump, my mechanical pump here, with 2 small cogs into a gearbox. And remember, this is coming just from over here. So now, if I connect that up to there, and if I connect this up to here, that should pull from both of them. And if I lower this down that way, how far down is that? That is that level. Okay. So now, if I come over here, and I grab that, and I put that there, and I switch that around, we should see, yes, we are. Lava is starting to pump into here. And over time, this will fill this entire area here. And once we have 10,000 source blocks, then, oh no, why is that on fire? Why is that on fire? Once we have 10,000 source blocks, this will be an infinite lava pool. And that will allow us to fuel stuff like our steam engines that I need to build soon. Because, again, we are running out of power very quickly. If I run back over here, I can see that our stressometer, where is it? Right here. Our stressometer, we have 73% of our power used, and we're getting our power from all of these water wheels. There's, I think, a stack of water wheels right there. It's a lot of water wheels, but not enough to support anything I want to do at full speed. So while we wait for this to get going, I think I'm going to get back to building this. I'm going to start by tearing this down. I don't like the way it looks, and we are actually going to use my vein miner for this because I don't feel like getting rid of it by hand. And it is now gone. Gotta get rid of the dirt. Scaffolding. Let's get into it. There we go. This is now complete. This is what the back wall is going to look like. I'm going to leave this square like this. And it's going to kind of be more like they carved this out. Whoever built this building, even though it was me, we don't tell anyone that. But they carved this out not really knowing how big the building was going to be. And they kind of just didn't get to that part yet. So I think that kind of adds a little character to it, which is nice. But what do you think of the house? It is mostly done. I just gotta kind of figure out what I want to do for a floor here because and the walls on the inside. But I think the white with the white walls is too much. So maybe, I don't know. The gray looks quite nice, but I don't want to use the polished stone on the inside as well because it would look a little bit something like this. I thought this was done. Okay, disregard that. Let's go check on our lava. Wow, we are moving. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Working on our 6th layer already. We are going to have infinite lava here in no time. And that was definitely a lot more lava that I took out of, remember, down here than I guess I thought. It does. Okay, I guess that is a lot of lava. Let's watch this fill up. Okay, try number 2. My first time explaining this, my mic was muted. But we do now have a bottomless supply, and I'm going to try to see if I can get this to be all one level. If not, maybe I'll have to take just this top level back out. But then I wouldn't know if it would be bottomless or not. So, let's see what we can do. We're going to get rid of this, and we're going to raise this up. And I do have a bucket of lava here. But if I, come down here, place that there, pick that up. That is, so do that, and then... Okay, so now that is taken care of. So now what if I move this? I got the lava level completely flat. And to do that, I decided to just come over here and change the threshold from 10,000 source blocks to 10,080. And that was before I found this. Whether hose pulleys should be allowed to place flute. Nope, wrong one. Whether hose pulleys should continue filling up above threshold sources. Would have been nice to know if I saw that one. But anyways, we're going to go back. We're going to save this, go back, and there we go. Oop, get these out of here. There we go. A nice flat level lava pool. So now the fun part, I get to... Actually, I need to change these back. So while I was emptying the lava below us, I changed the fluid tank capacity so that I could fill it up more. And at the time, I wasn't able to produce these fast enough or really had enough materials to make them. So if I revert that back to 8 and I save that, let's see. All right, I'm going to relog and come back. All right, one crash and one relog later. I think we still have a little bit of a problem here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to transfer this. Actually, I'm going to take this down and transfer some of this into one of these. Now we've got a fluid tank full of lava on our minecart contraption that is actually below the max limit. And then we have one over here that's full. That's gonna stay here, but eventually this will get moved somewhere else. So I don't know why I put this here. Anyways, get rid of this. Gotta get rid of everything. And then we are going to pick this back up and get rid of that. Apparently, my inventory is full. And then boom, boom. And then I'm just going to run through and get rid of all this. And we'll leave that there. For now, I need to get more stone. Well, polished stone, to be exact. But I don't think I have any cobblestone up here. So we need to go down. Because my box of cobblestone is right here. We have stone bricks. That's not what we're looking for. So I need an empty hand. Shift right click. Fly up here. It's very hard to see. This is very hard to see. Okay. Now that we're up here. Over here and place this down, I guess, right there. Pick this up, put that there. And then put this right there. Cool. And I fell. We need that, and then our dirt, and then there's a hole. There's a couple holes over here. I think the Endermen are coming down here trying to get away in the rain, and I don't like the Enderman. I need a bucket of lava, which I don't have a bucket of lava right now. Even though I just filled that lava pool over there, I don't want to touch it. Not yet. So I'm at bottom of the world, and is there some lava in here I can take? And I have taken from over here before, but I'm going to stop doing that because this lava needs to go anyways, because all of this still needs to be taken out down to bedrock. So I think that's just the best thing to do. As I need it, come and get it. So I want to go to that one. Perfect view. Put the lava in there. Go grab a bunch of cobblestone. This should be enough cobblestone for a little bit. Do this really quickly and run away. Now we just wait for that to be cooked into stone. And there we go. All cooked into stone. Now let's go over here to our masonry table. Like that. I want the polished right there. Craft all. Not what I'm trying to do. And let's go place these in. Now, the whole point of this basement here, I believe I mentioned it earlier in the video, but in case I didn't, I will mention it again. The whole point of this basement here is this is going to be my workshop for the kind of the miscellaneous stuff. So I'm thinking, like, once we get a XP farm, all the XP will be pumped over here into a tank in here, and we'll have stuff like precision mechanism makers and different things like that. Our enchantment table will probably be down here since our XP will be down here, which will be nice, which I actually need to get my enchantment table up and running soon. We can have villager trading down here, in here, or we can make that its own building, which that would be cool. I do feel like a lot of the buildings in this city that I'm going to be making is going to be kind of empty and useless, but just aesthetically nice for the scenery. And, you know, I'm actually quite proud of the build that I made. It's not exactly like one-to-one to the original US Capitol building, but it is referenced off of it, and then it has a little bit of my own flair to it, which is nice. And I actually really like it. Somehow I've already gone through 6 stacks of the polished stone, so I guess I'll go grab another 6. The floor is officially all converted to polished stone. That is wonderful. I'm excited. I don't know if I want to make this polished stone too. I really don't know, so let's see how it would look. If I don't make this polished stone, it'll just be like grass with some bushes and decorative stuff out front. So how does that look? Do I want that to be? Absolutely not. Okay. So I know what we're doing. Take this, replace this all with dirt. Now, I know we never got to sorting all of our just random junk we have. But I am out of time to record this. So I will get to that in between episodes, and we will have something new to show you at the beginning of the episode tomorrow. Beginning of the episode next week. But until then, my name is XCman405. If you enjoyed, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Let me know if you have any tips, tricks, ideas. Thanks, guys.